Hi again, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne. Thank you all for tuning in. Reminder, this Saturday is the live Q&A, and in the link below, you just click on that, and if you don't have Zoom already, that'll start the download process of downloading Zoom. You can do it on your iPhone, smartphone, whatever it is, and your computer or laptop, and then you'll register. And Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Central Time, we will have the live Q&A, and we can fit up to 100 people in the room, so come on in and shoot the shit with us. We're going to have a good time. And I'll also put that same reminder out on Friday. And let's get the channeling. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah. Hang on. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. Why is the now so hard? Why is it so difficult to stay in the now? We shall tell you. We'll offer an idea. That of Sylvester. Stand by. Truly. Greetings all. How are you?
Awesome.
Awesome. Good. Thanks for coming. How's Rob here? Looking a little rambunctious out there.
Yeah.
Wanted his baba and said, nope, I'm going to go roam around and bang things.
Yeah.
You can hear him banging already. Awesome. All right, so let's talk about the now. And why it's such a son of a bitch. Just stay in the now. We're going to go back a long time. If you can imagine that. Time with no time. All right. We have offered the idea in the Q&A, this last Q&A, about fleeting thought and understanding of the soul. And a lot of humanity harbors the soul as something sacred, something to be cherished or, let's say, protected. It's, something more than. Well, the idea of the soul that we offered is this, that it was given and created for the soul memory complex, the reflection of yourself through all the nows that you've lived in reflection. When you understand yourself in fleeting thought, I want you to imagine yourself always going forward, never ever thinking about what you just did past. You're always the new experience of the now. Well, that's what we were, the fleeting thought of now. And we went in whatever direction we pointed our energy into and created nows. And then we realized, we being all of us, realized that there's no idea of understanding where you were in the idea of memory. We had no concept of memory at that time. So we gave ourselves, understood, and created the idea of a reflective idea called your soul, the soul memory complex, to be able to understand reflection. And out of that came time. Because we saw there was a distance between the nows of understanding ourselves in reflection. From the now of creating and understanding in the nows, creating the nows that we were, and that's still a new now, but there was a reflection now available to us, and we deemed it an idea of time. To validate an idea of time through different idea densities and worlds and such. And a lot of it way beyond your comprehension, a lot of it you understand. So in your idea, when you came upon earth and forgot yourself, the only thing you did was reflect, because you understood two things. I'm not a god, and you understood time, because the memory idea was built in right away. So the idea of reflection. Now, as Rob Bear is a child, he is now starting to understand his reflection. A year into it, he's starting to remember idea things. He's starting to remember how to manipulate mom, smile when he needs to, and make, like that's not true. You know.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, he just did that again. So there's starting to come an idea of self-awareness. Instead of looking in the mirror and touching the mirror, they look in the mirror and touch their nose, and they start to realize, and with that you understand memory, reflection. Seeing what was to what is on an improvement scale is the appetite that the idea of the ego shows you. And it's an ego of construct of coveting, building an identity. Don't look at it as an idea of something negative, because the ego is not negative. Can't have anything negative in creation, because creation is awesome. Now, so when you are in your nows, you rely upon the memory. You rely upon the judgment, consequence, outcome of that. You take ideas through the nows of experience. Here's the now. Here's all the relative reality. You feel an idea, and you take that idea and you reference it with time. Immediately. It is a deep program running. You're always thinking what would be better or what would be best over and over again. You have an idea, and then you sit there and what about? Or I don't know, I'm not sure. And you do this constantly, and that keeps you in a paralyzed state of being because you're not sure. But then once you choose, you find something. You find experience. And that experience tells you, the discerning self, oh yeah, that sucks, or that's awesome. Then you know in that idea. But the time it takes to understand and act is what we're talking about. In the now, you have an opportunity to act, allow, free flow. But the hesitation is caused because of the memory construct. Why is it so strong? Because you're God. Think about it. All of you are gods creating a reality that is so frickin' solid. It's because it's so solid because you're God. That's it. You're so damn strong, a powerful creator, that everything that you create feels so real, and then when you question it to go a different direction, that solidity of what is energy that you've been validating since day one is monumental. Because it's a structure of energy that's created by you over and over. And here's this tiny little idea of a birthing, unlimited idea of self against this monumental idea of an identity. And that identity relies upon the reflection, the soul memory complex of the experience, in judgment, engaging, an idea weighing all of your decisions in time to understand how to act. And then the questioning comes in, the research comes in, the effort comes in, the regrets comes in, and then you're right back in the middle of time wondering where to go. Not making the decision, because the decision is the key. All choices of experience tells you what you are. But here's the kicker. If I choose A, and A sucks, I fucked up. I wasted time. I'm regretful of myself. I should have known better. I should have done this. I should have. And that's all validating again your actions of disappointment, which tell the vibration, listen now, the vibration of that identity worth, that it was so fucked up for you to choose that you can't do it again. I won't do that again. There's no way I can do that. I can't feel that pain of messing up or making a mistake or wasting time. Because it's so strong, because you're God. Because you've been validating that over and over again. Energizing that filter. And that filter is so strong, and to pull yourself away from it. And again, right back to the little idea of the whole self that's very tiny against this monumental. And you're taking the energy of focus away from this identity, pushing through to create your reality, and you're moving it over here and pushing it through this idea now. This new self that you've created, the awareness of the whole, the higher. And that energy band of moving that focus energy is the pain, the structure. De-evolving and evolving. Deconstructing and building. Building the new self. But it's not actually building, let's put it this way. It's just realizing. That's all it is. It's just remembering what you've always been. You cannot build what you are. You already are all that is. And once again, you can't be more than all that is. So you're enough in the now. And when you stop focusing in the nows, validation of time, validation of regrets, validation of judgment, validation of what you were, validation of anyone, what anyone else was in time, then those structures don't have the same energy of validation. And those energies of validation start to diminish. But here's the kicker that, let's say a lot of you kick yourself in the ass in. It takes too long. Because once again, let's say, were given the idea that if you do it quickly, it's better. Everything done quicker is better. Getting A to B is better. Transportation, faster, so I can do more with my life. I can hurry up and I can shove all this shit into my life, and you're trying to fulfill yourself with a whole bunch of crap because you're afraid of death. If you weren't afraid of death, you take your time. And when you understood there is no time, time becomes irrelevant, and then you can stay here as long as you want. And see, all of these structures keep you in the idea of limitation. So when you're reflecting back to what you were, and whether it's this lifetime or other lifetimes, more and more of you will tune into different realities of yourself in time, understand that's for experience. Little drummer boy, hang on. Understand that was experience. It's coalescing new ideas of yourself, of what you were in creation, not what you were in purpose, in knowing how to do better here. You're trying to do better. And when you are trying to make a decision with the attributes of time, using the reflective self, then you know that is paralyzation. You won't move because you are doing that until it's enough value that the consequence now is not as bad as what you think it's going to be. That you can handle it. That it, let's say, you put enough, let's say, good probabilities on how it's going to play out that you'll make the decision. But you got to go back to the mirror, guys. You got to go back to the law of the universe. Reality is your vibration. Period. If your vibration is reality, that means reality is your vibration. Right now. Not 5 minutes ago, not 2 minutes ago, right now. Okay, now I want you to hold on to that thought. Think about that. All vibration is now. From 1 second to the next, you can change the mirror. You can find 10 billion more Earths if you were in this idea vibration, or if you're in this idea, you find these 10 billion Earths to shift to. All done right now. Not 1 minute ago, right now. That's how quick time is, that's how quick the nows are, and how quickly you really change your reality from moment to moment to moment to moment. Now, second to second to second to second. So in that idea, if you're looking at the way time is, as soon as you make a decision on that vibration of joy, that changes the mirror in the law. What I put out is what I get back. And then you look and see the reality. And the reality gives you perfection. But then here come the judgments of time. And this is how you validate. You're validating time. Expectation, outcome, where is it? Why hasn't it happened? What's different? What's not different? I don't feel different. And you sit there and you berate yourself with let's say, a laundry list of judgments. So you can show yourself that you are not worthy of creating a reality that belongs to you, because it is you. But it's not you that's not seeing that. It's you that are just validating what you've always been to create that vibration in the now. And that vibration goes now to now, 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 now. It's so quick, guys. So when you're in the now and you know reality is now vibration, then choose the now of your joy, and that will shift the mirror. And now it becomes the disciple, the mastery of creation that says, I won't judge the now in time. There it is. Time. You make a decision, it feels good, nothing, no shitstorm happened, nothing's wrong, it's all perfect. Everything else, out of that now, is time. But that's what you think reality is, because that's what you were taught over and over again. Always to know the future. You spend so much on your histories to know where you came from. Okay? Yes, you can understand that for understandings of creation of yourself. Yes, that's wonderful. But it becomes a reliability aspect for decision makings in the now, which create the lack for future and again and again and again and again and again, because it's a law. It's your vibration. You're relying on lack to create lack. That's what you're doing. So that's why it's hard not to be now. Because everything that you've been told, and because you are God, validates the vibration of not now. Everything outside of the now. In consequence, cause and effect, and probabilities and regrets once again. And you're always battling with these ideas. But the energy of you, being God, gives you this choice. In the nows, you be now about the idea, and when you feel yourself in time, talk to it. Love it. Yes, that's time, but it's not now. It's not now. It's not now. If there is danger in the now, once again, that's not fear. That's danger. It's a whole different world, a whole different vibration, a whole different mirror. Okay? If it's fear, that is not now, that's time. And when you become more and more of the now, and you guys love to talk about the future and the past and this and that, we understand that because that's communication in a wide variety of human interactions. 90% is time, if you will. So in that idea, when you are in that now, seeing time over and over again, awareness of the time depletes the energy that you're feeding time to make it a valid reality as this is going to, if I don't, idea. So when you look at that, so take your time, no time in expectations, no hows, no wins, none of that stuff that you're used to always saying in time. Listen to yourself think, listen to yourself talk over and over again, and listen to how many ways you validate time. And that's reflection. That's the gift you gave yourself for having a soul memory complex. To go understand in self-reflection your own creation, which in and of itself is a new timeline. It's a new creation. It's a new world that you vibrated and created in the now. So everything is always new. All memories and the way you view it from the now that you are to the now that was then is still a new now and a new portion of creation now created. Always. So there is only now, truly. Look at it that way. And validate to yourself that that is time. And when you feel the strength of the fears, that the shitstorm is coming, that it has to be prevented, that I must take action to prevent a fearful future, then know those are lackful ideas within that are what? Coveting ideas of the identity you created that you are now leaving. You're letting go and demolishing, deconstructing, letting go, shifting back, transcending anything you want to say from the identity of the separate self into the all-knowing I am. That's what you're birthing into. That idea of you. This idea right here is a God. You go to the mirror and say, I'm remembering this idea. I am Roxanne. I am Sylvester. I am whoever your name is, fill in the blank. And that's who you are as a God. And that's who you become more so. You don't forget yourself. You remember yourself. And there are portions of the idea of the identity that demolish itself, that wisp away, that are no longer validated. And then there's only more ideas, only more I'm trying. Only more ideas of what you were. The remembrance. That coalesces as vibration, a feeling that cannot be replaced with I don't give a shit what you can think of idea. Nothing. Nothing. Because that's you. That's home. That's complete blissful happiness that's never needed to be created by your thinking mind, cannot be equated to anything materialistic, worldly, in any kind of shape or form that you know, including abundance, of course, because everyone says, oh, I can replace that with money. No, you can't. You would never want to lose this idea because it gives you something that's irreplaceable. The remembrance of your own freedom. Because you've been limited, you've been caged, and you know it. And when you feel the freedom of the now that you were, that you forgot you are, there's nothing that can be replaced with that. So in the now, choose. Choice of self-love. This is what I want to do. Stick with me. Vibration, mirror, reflection, still awesome. Leave time alone in that now. It worked. It feels better. Okay? In that idea, it feels better. There's a however sometimes. Now I know I don't want to choose that again. Bingo. Because without that choice, you don't know who you are not. The discernment tells you, this is a portion of myself I'm not going to choose anymore. I kind of like this idea. I'm going to go and experience it. I take a chance on it. And now you say, no, it's not me anymore. It's not waste of time. It's discovery. It's remembrance. It's exposure of the old self that no longer validates within your own self of understanding. That portion is now diminished. It's being let go of. It's not being energized and validated by you over and over again. You, who? The God that you are, that creates your reality. So in that self vibration, in the now, you choose again and again and again, whatever it is. Go and explore the unknowns. The known is a boring place. You have versions of the known that you call the unknown, but truly they're scoped in the reality of safety and security. And in that idea, it's still lackful, and then you're wondering why it hasn't changed. Simple as that. Choose the self of now knowing. That joy only speaks one thing. Vibration. Your reality is vibration. That means your vibration. That means your choice of vibration is your reality. Now, 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 now. Every self is new. Every self is vibration. Every reality you perceive in the now is you because of your vibration. And when you choose joy, you can only get that back. Period. That is the law. Know this. And always do that in the now to the best of your ability. Go through the pain, go through the struggle, go through the angst. And it diminishes it. One day you will know, okay, it's not as bad as it was. And then you love the drama because that's what kept you alive. That's what kept you in the game of I'm valuable because I have fucked up shit that I can talk about still. And you're so afraid to not talk about the shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? The value that you say, this gives me life. This gives me a reason to bitch. Because when I do that, I'm getting attention. I'm getting someone in my life that says, and you give out words and understandings and offerings that you know are bullshit to yourself, but that's okay. Because now you're aware of it that much more, and now you can't stop the process because awareness is everything. When you are aware of your own limitations, that's what diminishes. And then you won't say stuff just to get interaction, just to get an idea of I belong here, because you don't know how to love yourself and you're unworthy of being here. And if enough people give you validations and nows, then you're okay with yourself for a little bit longer. And you do it over and over and over and over again. You mask yourself, you ordain yourself, you do things to yourself that give you that idea of value that you're accepted. And that's what you're shifting away from. So what's in the unknown? There it is. You're afraid to know. You're afraid to actually know what's in the unknown. You're afraid to actually maybe find yourself. You're afraid to actually find the love inside of you. So you skirt yourself and you judge yourself and you fight for your limitations over and over again. But now you're listening to this. Now you're more aware. Now you'll see your own actions and limitations, and now you'll diminish them. And now you'll shine more light, and now you'll fall in love with yourself that much more. And now you'll continue the process in whatever way. And you will find your own honor in yourself to choose the self over the value of the fractal self that brought you to this point. Thank that self, have a Coke and a smile, time to become yourself. And find that now, and that now is vibration, and vibration is reality, and reality is all that is in your here and now. Be that. And you'll rock this fucking ascension. Coolio. Questions? Not that we have any, but it sounded fun. How you doing? Good. I think that's all we have. What? Yeah. Yes, we're going to do that. Yes. All right. We're going to zip out of here. We'll see you all Friday and the Q&A Saturday. Rocking good time. Booyah. We love you and all that yummy stuff. See you later, bro. Love you all. Excellent once again. That is Sylvester. And that idea, we all bid you a good day. We shall see you in the next now. This is Ocyphius. Ado. He's all right?
Yes.
It's like, what
All the
happened?
way.
All right, guys, coolio. I love you all. Be in the now best you can. I know it's a bitch. I was there. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.